Burgers and fries, what kind of pies? All right, let's let all of our various streams connect. Still waiting on that old laggard twitch.tv. Here I am. All right, and let's just start editing, or not editing, but you know what I mean. We'll start streaming it. How y'all doing? It's been a little bit since our last live stream. The biggest news was yesterday. I took some footage of a big old ass fire. You can see it on my website, zakzyz.com. My favorite part of it is that the firemen were able to save a little dog. That's fucking gorgeous. The woman who owned the dog was like clutching it to her chest, leaning up against the van, just like holding the dog to her face and sobbing. It's one of the happier things that I've seen in a hot second here. All right, cool. So we're live. Still sending data to twitch.tv. It's always the slowest. I think you Twitch motherfuckers are just gonna have to wait. All right, and we have a viewer. So yeah, let's play our new intro. Hell yeah. All right, so I see. Oh, there we go. Yes, hello. Let's go back to our main. So did you guys get to the blonde woman in the elevator scene there? Yeah, every day it's just going to cut off at a different point whenever I get all the streams linked and so forth. So you may see more and more of that video as time progresses. All right, yes, hello. I'm Zak Zyz. I'm an author out of Brooklyn, New York. This right here, I think it's like my it's like my 9th novel. Maybe it's the 8th novel, but it's like the 10th book. I can't even fucking keep track of all these books, to tell you the truth. Let me see. So we're streaming to Facebook. We're on Twitch. We're on DLive. We're on Mixer. We're on Picardo. We're everywhere. Hell yeah. So shout outs to being everywhere simultaneously. So if you've never reviewed one of these streams before, this is like the 3rd or 4th time I've done this. We're going to edit this entire novel. This novel is 120,000 words, which puts it at about 600 pages. Though really in print it would be more like about 450 to 500, I think. But that would be like paperback bound, not trade paperback. So a little bit about me before we jump into this whole thing. I've been writing since I was like 9 years old. Got really serious about writing in late 20s, I guess. and have just been putting out science fiction books at a rate of about one a year ever since. And now I have like 10 books out. Some of them are teeny tiny. Some of them are big. You can view a lot of them. And I think I still have free EPUBs up of most of them at zakzyz.com. I also edit my own work before it goes to another editor. So as we're doing this process, I want you to understand that I am not the final word in it. I do believe that all writing should be edited by another person, hopefully by 3 other people, and at some point we'll get into it. So this is kind of an educational stream because I've been writing for a long time and have some kind of idea of what I'm doing right here. You can ask me questions. I'm happy to answer it. Just keep in mind that I'm not phenomenally successful as a writer. I am phenomenally successful at completing novels, and I think writing good novels. Not so great at selling them, but time may tell. So the way that this works out is that I am going to read through each line here and think long and hard about what that line might mean, and we'll make some edits. I'll make a bunch of edits. If you have an idea that you think would make the story better, feel free to comment it in the chat. If I'm really focused, I might see your comment for a little bit there. And there is a little bit of a lag, but like it's about 30 seconds of lag on YouTube. I might change it up at the end of this. In fact, I will change it at the end of the stream for real-time interaction. I'd like to get that lag down to about 2 to 4 seconds instead of like 30 where it's at right now. So what's this story about? So this is the story. You always, I grew up reading comic books. I was a big Spider-Man fan. I think for the longest, I liked all the Venom and, oh yeah, shit, it is 420. We're going to do, on the other stream, a special 420 episode tonight, if I'm not desperately unhappy. But yeah, I grew up reading comic books. And as I got older, one of the things that always bothered me about them was people in comic books don't act the way that people act when they get power. So I have seen people acquire power. I've had power myself, and it definitely changes people significantly. And I don't accept the like with great power comes great responsibility, or the idea that your average person who obtained large sums of power would just suddenly use it for good when they weren't doing anything particularly good before then. So this story explores this. It's set in Hell's Kitchen in New York. I would say the story probably takes place around like 2002 to 2004. I think the World Trade Center has been blown up in the story, but not enough times. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I made a fresh batch of cold brew last night, and it is fucking kicking. It is one of the more flavorful cold brews that I've made. I get most of my beans from Anodyne Coffee. They're out of Wisconsin, I think. Or like Michigan. One of those fucking useless mid-eastern states. All right. So what else to remember right here? Yeah, remember that this is a draft. It's not meant to be perfect right here. This is not seen like a professional editor and so forth. So the things that we're especially looking for, and this is kind of a harder ask, it's going to require people to watch like a bunch of the stream. We're looking for continuity errors because I wrote this book like 5 or 6 years ago and so forth. We just did a re-edit, but it could definitely be a lot better. And I think that this book is written in, what is it? Is it written in present tense? Yeah, it's written in like a weird fucking tense. So we're going to have to correct it a bunch of different times. Yeah, I think it's present tense, third person, omniscient. Ugh. Fucking wild. Yeah, like, let me see. I didn't add like any images and so forth. We'll have some more like videos and so forth. And if you're musically inclined and you're watching this at some later point, I would like to find a full version, like a cover of Eggs and Sausage by Tom Waits for the intro of the stream. But that's for a later time. All right, hold on. You need to move microphone. I need to fixate myself. All right, so this is chapter 0, a picture of nothing. And it says, before all of this ever went down, shout out to Tom Petty. And it's at a bar called The Pits. So, closing time. The last call went unanswered and the neon's all gone dark. Harold Lemon Lemoyne Jr. is at the bar, counting beer-soaked ones and crumpled 20s. Lemon's a honky from Louisiana, but he doesn't count the money like a white man. He holds the stack of bills in the flat of his palm, and he tears through them with the index finger of his other hand. 1, 2, 3, like the cash is an itch he just can't seem to scratch. So I don't know if I brought this up before, but there's actually a racial difference in the way that people count money. And there are regional differences in the way that people count money. And it varies significantly from culture to culture. And again, this is like an approximation. Like some people will count money by stuffing it up their asshole. And some people will like count with the wrong race or whatever. But if you see somebody counting money, you can kind of tell where they're from. And that the stack and tearing through them with the index finger or whatever that is very much a Southern black thing. But it's just kind of like I think India is one of the spaces where they count money very, very differently than America. You can find articles on this if I'm not just making this shit up. But let me see, did we put the whole, oh God, I think the whole fucking thing is in this weird, we're going to have to reformat the whole manuscript in MS Word, because if you look at this is like a 1/2 inch indent on each paragraph. That's weird. I don't know why I did that. I think it's 0.49 inches, actually, if you take a gander at it. So Lemon's an odd one, no question there. Man's got 3 yeah, this there adds nothing. So part of the challenge of editing this one is it's all told in this narrator voice, which is my voice, essentially. This is, like, if you listen to me talking when I'm not making an effort to enunciate, this is what I talk like. Yeah, what's going on over there? Hey, everybody. I'm looking at gay porno. So finding like a balance between intelligible and the cornpone way that I fucking talk, or coon ass, if you want to get down to the real origin of it, it's going to be kind of difficult. Lemon's an odd one, no question. Man's got 3 sailors worth of tattoos on each arm, knuckles drawn into volcanoes, bellowing smoke and oozing inked lava. Lemon's an odd one, no question. Man's got 3 sailors worth of tattoos on each arm, his knuckles drawn into volcanoes, bellowing smoke and oozing inked lava. The faint outlines of the damned and their tormentors march up to mid-forearm. Then its flames rising up his bicep, then its flames rising up to his bicep. We don't need the word to there. Then its flames rising up his bicep, and you can see angels being cast down, their wings burning up, and not a one of them looks like that fucking Led Zeppelin album cover. Man's got a bit more taste than that. The other arm is the same, and if he weren't wearing that ratty Hirsch Plumbing Supply t-shirt, you could see that it continues. The other arm is the same. If he weren't wearing that ratty Hirsch Plumbing Supply t-shirt, you could see that the ink continues. At the center of his chest, where the angels wheel around... You could see that the ink continues to the center of his chest, where the angels wheel around a stylized sunlight. A burst of stylized... Yeah. Did we gain anything? Yeah. Yeah, we don't need a burst of stylized sunlight. Mm-hmm. Okay. So look at this run-on sentence right here. If he weren't wearing that ratty Hirsch Plumbing Supply t-shirt, you could see that the ink continues to the center of his chest. Yeah, we can just cut it there. The angels wheel around a sunburst that says Yahweh, singing his praises. On his back, the angels are being drawn into a black hole. Are being sucked into a black hole, and Shaitan is written just slightly darker than the rest of it. Blacker than black script. I like any opportunity to say blacker than black. Okay. So throughout this story, we're going to be doing, we're going to be using you, right? We're using like second person pronouns to address the reader because this story is written as if, for the most part, as if it's being narrated directly to you. This is written like I'm telling you a story, like I'm the voice of Cheryl Lemoyne, who Lemon Lemoyne is named after right here, who was this ancient raconteur that I knew in New Orleans. And he would just, a big old fat dude who was constantly swindling one of the greatest characters I've ever met in my life. And he could tell a fucking story. Like if I could tell a story like him, I wouldn't be here right now and just be, I don't know, getting my dick sucked in a fucking tropical isle or something. But I digress. Let's see. The artist who did the tattoo. All right, so we made a change here. The angels wheel around a sunburst that says Yahweh, singing his praises. On Lemon's back. Yeah, we should... on Lemon's back, the angels are being sucked into a black hole, and Shaitan is written in black on black. You can only see it if the light is right. I like that. I like that change right there. The artist who did the tattoo did ink for a lot of the big-time guys before he OD'd. 2 misfits, Ramon and Johnny Thunders himself. Legends, man. Legends. That doesn't track. The artist who did the tattoo did ink for a lot of the big-time rock and roll guys before he OD'd. 2 misfits, a Ramon and Johnny Thunders himself. Legends. Yeah, so we can just skate on just the word legend. I don't think we need man there. It took months. It took months of sessions and writing off a bar tab only slightly less celestial than the subject matter of the tattoo itself. Yeah. The tattoo took months of sessions and writing off a bar tab only slightly less celestial. Yeah, so I don't like the How do we say this? Oh, yeah, needs rephrasing. I agree 100% that needed phrasing. Oh shit, we wanted to set up like a chat bot or something that kept like score. We have points for all the people that. All right, well let me work on that after this session today, because I want a chat bot where every time somebody gets a good edit, we acknowledge those people and set up a leaderboard. But for now, let me see. Can I open text edit without fucking doxing myself? Here, you guys look over here. Oh yeah, it's a good thing that I didn't fucking do that. Yeah, we need just like a text edit document. Okay. Burgers and fries, what kind of pies? Okay. All right, so here, let me. So now that I've done that like work right there, we can just do. Oh, it's on a whole fucking other screen. Sin mirror hell. Okay, so yeah, you can see that we've given a point to Spathiwa right there. I don't think it's clear. Oh, he still doesn't think it's clear. So the tattoo artist who worked on Lemon did ink for a lot of the big time rock and roll guys before he OD'd. He tatted up 2 misfits, Ramon, and none other and and even Johnny Thunders himself. Legends. All right, so I like this is a one-word sentence right here. And he's talking about the sentence before that. What are we doing? On Lemon's back, the angels are being sucked into a black hole, and Shaitan is written in black on black. You can only see it if the light is right. I like that one. I think that one's fine. So the tattoo artist who worked on Lemon did ink for a lot of the big time rock and roll guys before he OD'd. He tatted up 2 misfits, a Ramon, and even Johnny Thunders himself. Legends. The tattoo took months of sessions, and writing off a bar tab only slightly less celestial. What I want to say then the. Getting his whole body done took months of sessions, and writing off a bar tab only slightly less celestial than the tattoo itself. But it's paid a lifetime of dividends. There we go. But it's paid a lifetime of dividends and pussy Lemon couldn't have gotten otherwise. Nobody gets to see the whole thing without fucking him. Real. All right, so hopefully we edited whatever Spathy was worried about right there. Oh, and I should have a content warning with this one. If you're triggered by anything, fucking anything at all, I don't care if it's rape or murder or arson or child abuse or fucking leprechauns, stop here. Stop here. This will not get better for you. Yeah, like just warning you. Like, don't say I didn't warn you. Another brawl or conflict. Somebody fitting to get their ass kicked. If you ain't down with the ghetto boys, get your happy ass out of Dodge. The rumors you've heard ain't slander. Willie D don't give a fuck about a goddamn bystander. I'm inclined to physically beat your ass into particles and see if I can't get you in a newspaper article. God damn. Read These Nikes is like one of my favorite songs of all time. Tattoos pulling. Yeah, I have zero fucking tattoos. So all the trim that I've ever pulled was trim that I sort of deserved. A little teeny bit. Kind of. Shout out to all the women out there. The only good thing in this life, except for writing science fiction novels. Let me see here. All right. So, are we okay with this paragraph here? State that you had the concerns right here. So the tattoo artist who worked on Lemon did ink for a lot of the big time rock and roll guys before he OD'd. This is Streamlabs spamming me. He tatted up 2 Misfits, a Ramone, and even Johnny Thunders himself. Legends. Getting his whole body done took Lemon months of sessions. And writing off a bar tab only slightly less celestial than the tattoo itself. But it's paid a lifetime of dividends and pussy Lemon couldn't have gotten otherwise. Nobody gets to see the whole thing without fucking him. I like it. It's better. Let's move on. All right, so already our book's a little better. When Lemon's finished mauling the stack of bills, it disappears into the vest pocket of his leather jacket, and his other hand pats the heavy bulge at the other side. Oh, yeah. When Lemon's finished mauling the stack of bills, it disappears into the vest pocket of his leather jacket, and his other hand pats the heavy bulge on the right side. A .45 automatic is nestled in a shoulder holster, wedged between the not inconsiderable flesh of his torso and his right arm. How does that fucking track? A .45 automatic is nestled in a shoulder holster, wedged between his considerable torso and his illustrated right arm. We don't even need to have a hand there. He pats the heavy bulge under his right armpit. A .45 automatic is nestled in a shoulder holster, wedged between his considerable torso and his illustrated right arm. Lemon's a lefty. The gun is a Kimber Pro Carry 2, if you're into that sort of thing. Used to belong to a cop that went wrong. It used to belong to a cop who went wrong. Lemons fired it twice, but never hit anyone. Yeah. Let's see. When Lemon's finished mauling the stack of bills, it disappears into the vest pocket of his leather jacket. He pats the heavy bulge under his right arm. Yeah, I don't like that. A .45 automatic is nestled. A 45 automatic is nestled in a shoulder holster, wedged between his considerable torso and his illustrated right arm. Lemon's a lefty. The gun is a Kimber Pro Carry 2 if you're into that sort of thing. It used to belong to a cop who went wrong. Lemon's fired it twice but never hit anyone. Yeah, honestly, logic, like, that was, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give you a point for that whole thing. Yeah, because we did have to fix that. Boom, just got a point. You're on the board. Because that did need to be changed. And so if you're, even though I was already like in the process of changing it, I want people to get points. So they're neck and neck right here, looking for ideas. I really like, it used to belong to a cop who went wrong. Lemon's fired it twice, but never hit anyone. Love that detail. And I love the used to belong to a cop who went wrong. Or we already have like a little history for this firearm. Loving it. Okay, so here's a part of the book where I'll tell you a little story about the editing process of this. So it's illegal to have the Kimber. He sees posters every morning when he takes the subway to the bar. Minimum sentence 3 years. They say minimum sentence 3 years. It's illegal to have the Kimber. Lemon sees posters every morning when he takes the subway to the bar. It's illegal to have the Kimber. Lemon sees the posters every morning when he takes the subway to the bar. Minimum sentence 3 years. Okay. All right, so minimum sentence 3 years. All right, and let's. So what we're going to do is we're going to center this text. Okay. And we're also going to remove the indent here because it's centered. Honestly, I think you should just fucking, this should automatically remove the indent if it's centered. And also we're going to have a comment right here. So this comment is going to be, okay, so when I typeset this book, because I think unfortunately this is another book that I would really struggle to. Oh, shout outs to Ryan the Southerner, right there. Yeah, welcome. This is a brand new book. Yeah, I have a lot of these. So this one is about superheroes who are not so super at all and are not even fucking heroes. They're just drunks. And it takes place in New York City, which I know very well, having lived here for fucking 13 or 14 years at this point. Good God. Love this city. Okay, so I'll tell you a story right here. But what's 3 years when some hopped up junkie could steal your whole night's wages and maybe even your life? Okay, so a lot contained in that. That used to read hopped up. Can you guess what it said there? It didn't say junkie for like the longest time. It was so weird for me to not be able to just blurt it out. But anyhow, it used a more pejorative form of Negro, and I liked it as that because I'll tell you what, the way that this character is written, it's exactly the type of shit that he would say, and that's exactly what old dudes who hang out at fucking dive bars in Hell's Kitchen say, right? And yeah, they're fucking racist. That's how construction workers talk. That's how old Italian guys talk and so forth. It fit with this character. And the editor that I had for a long time argued with me bitterly. And this was back, God, when we were trying, maybe like 2010 or earlier. Maybe it was just like 2014 or something like that. I was trying to put this out. And she was like, you can't fucking say that on the third page of your book. You can't have the N-word just like fucking lying around there. People will put your book down and they will not pick it up again. And at the time, I was like, I don't want to fucking censor myself, and this is bullshit, etc. I'm gonna leave it in there. And she's like, it's your book. You can do what you want, because she was a good editor. She would let you fuck yourself over if you didn't listen to her. But the world has changed, right? You can't just fly the N-word on page 3 if you want your character to be sympathetic at all, right? And it didn't used to be that way, and I'm not complaining. You used to just be able to drop a hard R here and there, and people would be like, all right, well, this guy's a little racist, but let's see what he's really all about. Now, the dialogue has changed. So using any kind of racist language whatsoever is immediately, you're no longer a sympathetic character. You're moved into the villain category, right? Which is, just the way that the world works right there. But shout out to that editor who is right about that and so many other things, and I didn't listen at the time. But I will tell you at this point, I've just swapped it to junkie. Because apparently it's like a lot more acceptable to be fucking mean to addicts than it is to a race of people. Even though generally addicts have it kind of worse for the most part, but I digress. I guess nobody ever like made the choice to shoot up black into their arm, but yeah, this is getting off to a capital start right here. But anyhow, shout out to that editor. She knows who she is, and I gotta say that she was 100% right about that. Even at that time, it would have precluded me selling that book to any kind of major house. Most editors would just get to there and just drop it. And in the years that followed, I had editors where they were like, we would be like shooting the shit, and they'll be like, yeah, one of the things that will like immediately make like unironic racism of a main character in like the first 2 or 3 chapters, fucking throw it in the dustbin, because they just get like a lot of it. I think a lot of unsolicited manuscripts come through, and they're trying to be like the Turner Diaries 2.0 or some shit like that. Should there be a semicolon in the sentence? Definitely not a semicolon. There you would have a colon. If you're... Lemon sees the posters every morning when he takes the subway to the bar. Minimum sentence 3 years. So we should have a colon there, but not a semicolon. So no points, because you're wrong. Oh, wait. Oh, God damn it. No, he's right. It's illegal to have the Kimber. We gotta give Logic a point. Oh, Logic burning up the charts here. Hold on. Let me see if I can open it on this other manuscript. Yeah, text edit. Let me see if that pops up. Colon, yeah, he's fucking right about that semicolon. God, I hate semicolons so much. All right, let's see if text edit will... No, it doesn't fucking work that way. Yeah, we got to do it on this guy. We'll have to swap back and forth. All right, so Logic gains another point with his semicolon. Hopefully we'll get that pretty fast so it doesn't detract from the whole writing. Sorry, it's illegal to have the Kimber. Yeah, a colon. Yeah, the semicolon is between Kimber and Lemon, and yeah, you're 100% right. Although some would say we should not have a semicolon and a colon in the same fucking sentence. It's gratuitous, but whatever. So yeah. But what's 3 years when some hopped up junkie could steal your whole night's wages and maybe even your life? That steal your life is a reference to an old TrollDB entry. Let me see there. What, you want more points, Bethy? Hold on. But what's 3 years when some hopped up junkie could steal your whole night's wages and maybe even your life? That's what Lemon tells Shirley every time she grumbles about it. And when she says you should just get a safe, he tells her that makes it the problem. When she nags him to get a safe. When she nags him to get a safe, he tells her that just makes the problem worse. Now you're really putting all your eggs in one basket. Now you're really putting all your eggs in one basket. Someone can hold up the place and rob the whole bundle in one go. Or God forbid there's a fire. You'd lose your bankroll as well as your bar. So, Spathiwa says that junkie is the more commonly accepted spelling. And you're right. But we're using the Burroughs spelling intentionally. So, good call, but I'm not going to give it to you because it is a deliberate choice. Shout outs to Billy Burroughs. Also, I prefer the junkie with a Y. I just like it. Yeah. So, what do we got here? Okay, so here's another choice that goes through here. God is not capitalized anywhere in this book because we're fucking edgelords with fedoras. Edgelords. We're all edgelords. We were here, but now where are we at? Okay. Or God forbid if there's a fire, you lose your bankroll as well as your bar. We don't need that comma. Or God forbid if there's a fire, you lose your bankroll as well as your bar. Oh, do we need a comma? You lose your bankroll as well as your bar. This is a rough fucking paragraph. Let's take another gander at this right here. We may be using second person unnecessarily, but I'm missing chats. Streamlabs has some chat currency thing. Lookup.give. Oh yeah, I wonder if we could fucking use that. I could totally exclamation point give. Yeah, I did miss that chat. We were working on the paragraph. All right, let's take another look at this guy. But what's 3 years when some hopped up junkie could steal your whole night's wages and maybe even your life? That's what Lemon tells Shirley every time she grumbles about it. When she nags him to get a safe, he tells her that just makes the problem worse. Now you're really putting all your eggs in one basket. Yeah, now you're really putting all your eggs in one basket. Someone can hold up the place and rob the whole bundle in one night. Logic earning 2 points when I wasn't even looking. Yeah, you guys definitely gonna get. So I really need to keep better notes of who we have to thank in our credits pages and so forth. Especially since I don't know how the fuck we're gonna get Gravid published. Yeah, nobody really took a bite on Gravid, so you have to do it ourselves, and it's fucking expensive at it, man. If we could get it edited for less than $3,000, I would be astonished. And That's like, oh, did you want to get a new iPad this year or like replace your computer or any of that shit? Nope. I'm just paying to have somebody edit a story that you probably can't sell. It's rough. Mm. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at that. That's what Lemon. But what's 3 years when some hopped up junkie could steal your whole night's wages and maybe even your life? That's what. That's what Lemon tells Shirley every time she grumbles about it. Okay, yeah, I like that edit. I'm going to give Spathy a point right there. When she nags him to get a safe, he tells her it would only make things worse, putting all their eggs in one basket. If somebody holds up the joint, they'll lose everything in one stick-up. Or God forbid, if there's a fire, he'd lose his bankroll and his bar. Okay, cool. According to Just Ramen, behind every great man is a woman rolling her eyes. Agreed, 100%. Okay. So let's put Spathy Wah back at 2. Oh, yeah. And then we'll sort out the whole give thing, and I'll credit your points right there. All right. I think so this is like a pivotal paragraph in this story that caused me much consternation, and it's completely different than it used to be, but better. I do think there, while we are sometimes going to break into second person to address the reader, we want to do it sparingly. Because, you don't want it to be like that fucking Sprite in Zelda, hey you, like nonstop. Harold Lemoyne Jr. isn't the kind of guy who can get insurance, and the pits isn't the kind of place where an armored car stops every Tuesday and Thursday. By the way, factually inaccurate. No places have an armored car that stops every Tuesday and Thursday. They intentionally vary up their schedules significantly if they're a good company, so that people can't just set up like a fucking trap for them. So my idea to rob a fucking armored car, by the way, was to fucking drop a just wall it in with cars, and then fucking gas the thing with CO2 to knock the guys inside of it out. Hopefully not forever, but maybe forever, whatever. And then you just peel the motherfucker open like a clam. So yeah, if you were thinking, how do I rob an armored car? That was my idea. I thought it would be kind of cool. But yeah, that's what people tune into the stream for. My ideas on how to rob armored cars. I actually have a bunch of them. I don't know why. I do know why. But anyhow. Lemon hasn't even got a bank account, and his unlicensed, unadvertised bar is one of the few places in... His unlicensed, unadvertised bar is one of the few places in Manhattan where you can actually, get this, actually smoke. Where you can actually, get this, smoke a goddamn cigarette while you drink. Wonder of wonders. Okay, so this is clunky. Let's work on this paragraph a little bit. So the pit sounds like exactly like the punk bar I'm always throwing darts at on Friday nights after LRH. Hell yeah. Dart it up. So Harold Lemoyne Jr. isn't the kind of guy who can get insurance, and the pits isn't the kind of place where an armored car stops every Tuesday and Thursday. Lemon hasn't even got a bank account. His unlicensed, unadvertised bar is one of the few places in Manhattan where you can actually, get this, smoke a goddamn cigarette while you drink. Wonder of wonders. Okay, so I think the use of these M dashes here is correct, but it looks awful. It just looks awful to my eyes. Actually, people are going to read this as actually get this smoke. How do you... Yeah, you can't do this. Look at how Yeah, yeah. Spaithiwa is in pain. I feel your fucking pain. It feels so bad. No, that looks awful. And I really want it in there too. Like it's not like it's not there for no reason, right? It's a narrative aside that is supposed to be there. So yeah, and there should be emphasis, but it looks totally wrong. Oh, it's so bad. And no, actually, M dashes are not supposed to have spaces like that. They need spaces around them. Let's look this up. No spaces between an M dash and the adjacent words. It's a style choice. What? They've got fucking ASCII art on. Well, hold on, let me see. M dashes and ellipses, closed or spaced out. Yeah. So M dashes do. I know because I've been corrected by editors on this before. I used to put spaces around them too. Oh, you know what? This works. Fuck. It looks so bad. It's it. It's killing my mind. They should not have spaces, but look at how weird it looks awful with. Now, you know what I'm fucking gonna do? Why have I done? I mean, here's the thing. Like, we're shooting for this conversational style, right? And it's not proper English. It's not meant to track perfectly. So let's. Even italicized. So Logic says the dashes with spaces look fine. No, get this looks like get. We just looked at it too long, and now my eyes don't even see them as a word. Let's fob this problem off on an editor. Let's make a note. Yeah. All right. So let's make a note here. I don't want to dilly-dally forever. And we do want that aside, right? The difference between the two is his unlicensed, unadvertised bar is one of the few places in Manhattan where you can actually smoke a goddamn cigarette while you drink. Wonder of wonders, right? His unlicensed, unadvertised bar is one of the few places in Manhattan where you can actually, get this, smoke a goddamn cigarette while you drink. Wonder of wonders. So the tone of the second one is so much different than the first one. The note should just say, I am sorry. I'm not sorry. It's like a, I mean, this is not because we're retards here. We're trying to do something that's relatively difficult within the context of the language, and we want it to track. We don't want the reader to stumble on this, and it may be that there's no way to do it without stumbling. This is like a good test for whoever we hire to edit this motherfucker, if they can be like, all right, well, here's my idea on how to get this across, right? Because remember, all our punctuation and stuff, it's just to ease the reader into the story so that they're not like wondering what the fuck is going on right there. If the punctuation is taking the reader out of the story, it's not doing its job, and in fact, it's become a detriment. Including that interjection, I would say it's like a 6 out of 10 in importance to me. So we're going to leave it like that right now. Because I want to get to this next line. Lemon is smoking now. Lucky strikes. Because if you're smoking Cools or Marlboro Lights, why not just drop the pretense already and suck a dick? Uh, Lemon is smoking now. Lucky strikes, because if you're smoking Cools or Marlboro Lights, why not just drop the pretense already and suck a dick? Harold Lemoyne Sr. was 69 when he gave up the ghost, still smoking like a goddamn coal locomotive. I can't use goddamn twice. Still smoking like a coal locomotive. When they put him in the ground, there was a Met cap on his head and a fresh deck of strikes in his suit pocket, with the 12th cigarette flipped the other way. He was right there in the will and everything. Hyphen between 69. Let me check that one. Hyphens and ages. You hyphenate them before the noun, but not after the noun. Fucking get out of here with this bullshit ass. I don't care about fucking Honda. Let's see. 70-year-old, when it's used in a noun. Yeah, and so this is when not to hyphenate ages. Okay, so this is years old right there. Yeah, I don't think 69 would be hyphenated there. Because here, it's not a noun, it's an adjective. So I don't think that yeah, I award you no points right there. Harold Lemoyne Sr., noun, was 69, adjective. So I don't know how many people who smoke like do this, but like I know a lot of people who will like flip the 12th cigarette in their pack or one of the cigarettes in their pack for like good luck. I don't know why they do it. Look, they're using the interjection M dash right there. Where was this? I flip a lucky. Yeah. Okay. Front and center one. Yeah, it's weird too. Everybody will everybody has like their own cigarette that they prefer to flip and shit too. Yeah, smokers are some of the most superstitious people that I know. And it makes sense because they're toying with their death, which I like. So Lemon is smoking now. Lucky strikes. Because if you're smoking Cools or Marlboro Lights, why not just drop the pretense already and suck a dick? I'm sorry to all you Marlboro Light smokers out there. You know, I know you just don't want to get that tar in your lungs, but Lemon smokes unfiltered Luckies. So that's how he acts. When they put Harold Sr. in the ground, there was a Mat's cap on his bald head and a fresh deck of strikes in his suit pocket. The 12th cigarette was flipped for luck. The 12th cigarette was flipped for luck, just like his will demanded. Okay, cool. Got into an argument with a dude who flipped 2 Luckies. Like, what are you trying to do there? I do think that that's fucking... Yeah, that's bullshit. You can't have 2 Luckies. That guy's tampering with fate. Yeah, he's really courting disaster there with his double Luckies. So I thought it was just to mark the territory in case the packs get missed up. Maybe, but yeah, I think it really is just like a superstition thing. There were so many cool things about, yeah, all you kids should go out and smoke because it's just fucking awesome. But there are so many cool things about being a smoker, like the weird structure that it imposes on your life. It's like, oh, time to go outside and smoke, or time to do this thing, or whatever. And so the structure that it imposes on your life, the like conversations that you have with people around cigarettes and so forth, the way that it like clears your mind to have that breathing thing going on. There's a lot of good positive things about smoking a cigarette or a dick. So I highly recommend you take up both. So hold on, let's read this paragraph one more time. Lemon is smoking now. Lucky strikes. Lemon is smoking now. Lucky strikes. Because if you're smoking Cools or Marlboro Lights, why not just drop the pretense already and suck a dick? Harold Lemoyne Sr. was 69 when he gave up the ghost, still smoking like a coal locomotive. When they put Harold Sr. in the ground, there was a Mets cap on his bald head and a fresh deck of strikes in his suit pocket. The 12th cigarette was flipped for luck, just like his will demanded. The 12th cigarette was flipped for luck. It was stipulated in the will. The old man was the kind... Yeah, I don't like the kind there. The old man was the type who left things in order. Better. Like the will demanding. So I do like the demand, like you said there. The will said that explicitly. The will demanded it explicitly. Yeah, I like that. Look at it. Just as the will demanded. The 12th cigarette was flipped for luck. The will demanded. Yeah. Just as the will demanded. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, we were getting like a little fucking fruity with our language there. Language. It's one of my favorite Moses like lines ever from the Simpsons. Mose got some capital fucking lines in the first like 10 seasons or so. Whew. Maybe that's what I'll do today. Just marathon those fucking episodes instead of watching or working. The old man was the type who left things in order. There'd been detailed instructions about the plot, the casket, which sister got which piece of furniture so there'd be no fighting. And which sister got which piece of furniture so there'd be no fighting. The house in Bay Ridge went to Randy, the oldest, who Randy had taken a hit in the service and never... Randy took a hit in the service and was never quite right afterward. All the grandkids had enough for All the grandkids got enough for state college if they could manage a partial scholarship or a part-time job. For Harold Lemoyne Jr., There'd been detail. Okay, let's go through this paragraph again before we get to the next one. The old man was the type who left things in order. There'd been detailed instructions about the plot, the casket, and which sister got which piece of furniture, so there'd be no fighting. The house in Bay Ridge went to Randy, the oldest son. Randy had taken a hit in the service, and he was never quite right afterward. All the grandkids got enough for state college if they could manage a partial scholarship or a part-time job. For Harold Lemoyne Jr., there'd been a wad of cash, $30,000 that the IRS couldn't touch. I think that since is, let me take a look there. All right, so one, I'm going to give Logic a point. I do think since is better. So both Logic and Spaethiwa are going to get points there. Logic for his change to the old man's will demanding, and Spaethiwa because I think since is better than the whole thing. Oh yeah, I definitely like the points aspect of this. There've been detail. Ooh, actually, since is kind of weird there. Randy had taken a hit in the service and was never quite right since. No, you have to do afterward there. It doesn't track with since. Yeah, I'm removing your point. do we have to remove the fucking point? Yeah, we kind of do. All right. Boom. Yeah, I'm not taking that edit. He had never been quite right since. All right, let's hold on. We're getting in the weeds right here. Randy had taken a hit in the service, and he was never quite right afterward. All right. Randy had taken a hit in the service, and he had never been quite right since. Nah, I'm with afterward here. All the grandkids got enough for state college if they could manage a partial scholarship or a part-time job. For Harold Lemoyne Jr., there'd been a wad of cash. $30,000 the IRS couldn't touch. The money was to be released to him upon successful completion. The money was to be released to him upon completion of a year of AA meetings. Otherwise, it would have gone to the grandkids. Okay, whatever, Dad. I'm here for the rape scene, Doc Gorilla. I think it'll be like the 40th or 50th day. Jesus, do I always have a rape scene? No, there wasn't a rape scene in Gravid. Boom. Fucking own, nerds. But there's definitely one in Rapasaurus. And there was... When was the last thing that we edited here? There wasn't one in Space Tards, I think. Yeah, there's almost always going to be a rape scene. Hold on. Did we remove Logic's point instead of Spaethiwa's? No. All right, so that's important. It sucks to like, hold on, I'm just going to give them that fucking points for trying. Because you're right. Like, once we give a point, we'll never take it away. I like that better. Oh, I actually re-edited the Rapasaurus rape scene. It wasn't fine. It was awful and gratuitous. There's not one in Hawks. Oh, shout out to It's MC right there. We're talking about rape scenes. Let me see. There are definitely rape scenes in Xanadu. Oh, they're not really rape. I guess in survival mode, the guy has the reprocessor rammed up his ass and he doesn't want it there, but that's kind of not the same thing. There's not one in fucking Arcanist. There's not one. Oh, well, there are. It's implied in Arcanist, but it's not like a full-on scene right there. There is not one in Hawks. What else have I fucking put out there? Definitely there is one in Rapasaurus, though I changed it up a little bit. There is a lot in this one. What in the fever dream is going on here? Oh, so Emoticon Turtle. Yeah, we're editing a science fiction novel. This is day number 1 of this book. So we're on the very first chapter, chapter 0. Xanadink has, I guess that's a rape scene, but it's not really, you know. Like in Xanadink, there is significant amounts of consent for that rape scene. And I mean the two like become lovers afterward. But yeah, you could make an argument. Yeah, like when reviewers are giving out trigger warnings, yeah, it's there. The money was to be released upon to Lemon only after completion of a year of AA meetings. Otherwise, it would have gone to the grandkids. $30 large had been a big enough carrot to pull Lemon Jr. out of his death spiral. Once he got his act together, it was enough for a deposit on the place and the all-important bribes to keep the city looking the other way. It paid for a used Brunswick table he'd restored himself and a Band-Aid job on the air conditioning. It was more than an ex-junkie with a serious record could hope for, and frankly, more than he deserved. Frankly, more than Lemon deserved. But he didn't screw it up. All right, so let's go through this again. 30 large had been a big enough carrot to pull Lemon Jr. out of his death spiral. Once he got his act together, so he shouldn't be Lemon Jr. there. Hold on, did we fuck that up anywhere else? Harold Lemoyne Jr. $30 large had been enough to pull $30 large had been a big enough carrot to pull Lemon out of his death spiral. Once he got his act together, it was enough. Okay, that was the first Lemon Jr.? Yeah, Lemon Jr. is just wrong. It's Harold Lemoyne Jr. He cleaned up and used the money for a deposit on the bar, paying the all-important bribes to keep the city looking the other way. He bought a used Brunswick table and restored it himself. Then fumbled his way through a Band-Aid job on the air conditioning. He was more than an ex-junkie with a serious record could hope for, and frankly, more than Lemon deserved. But he didn't screw it up. So we're only like, this is relatively slow going here, because we're doing something kind of complex with our language. Really makes me, like Space Tards, it was super straightforward with the editing, right? Because we weren't affecting language. And honestly, like I was a better writer when I wrote Space Tards, even though like Lemon Maybe is this is one of the best books I've written. Maybe like number 1 when we really get into it right here. But let's see here. But he didn't screw it up. Years had passed and the pits had become an institution, a watering hole for dried up old punk rockers living off thin royalties, for obsolete mafiosos who'd been forced out by the Chinese, for middle-aged Ooh. The bar was a watering hole for dried up old punk rockers living off of thin royalties. Why is somebody fucking blaring music at... Hold on, can I just shoot at... It's 7 a.m. This nigga out here bombing bass on us. Hold up. If they're still there in like 10 minutes, I'm going to shoot out their windows. Not on stream. No crimes on stream. Let me see here. And by shootout, I mean with a slingshot, not a gun. You know, that wouldn't make any fucking sense. I just don't want somebody reporting to the cops, he's gonna shoot out his windows, and then I gotta fucking deal with them. Like, yeah, people on the internet are stupid. Quarantine? Yeah. Fucking 7 a.m. Like bumping your fucking lousy ass speakers nonsense. Years had passed and the pits had become an institution. Lemon's bar was a watering hole for... Yeah. Lemon's bar was a watering hole for dried up punk rockers living off thin royalties and obsolete mafiosos who'd been forced out by the Chinese. The afternoon shift was all middle-aged construction workers who had never made management. Men who'd worked so long and hard that their hands had hardened into concrete and their bones turned into rebar. When they stood up at the end of the night, it sounded like a string of firecrackers going off. I like that. The world spits out the men too tough to chew up, and they ricochet from one place to another until they settle into a gutter like the pits. All right, so this should be a paragraph. The world spits out men too tough to chew up, and they ricochet from one place to another until they settle into a gutter like the pits. Talking to men like... All right, so this is a key paragraph. The world spits out men too tough to chew up, and they ricochet from one place to another until they settle into a gutter like the pits. Talking to men like Lemon through a haze of smoke as thick as a confessional screen. That can't be one sentence. They drink, they laugh, they talk to Lemon through a haze of smoke as thick as a confessional screen. I like that. All right, that's good. Lemon's sitting at the bar now, staring out at the nicotine-glazed windows as the amber light from the high pat. Yeah, I think I use high-pressure sodium lamps like a billion times. Staring out the nicotine-glazed windows as the amber light from the street lamps filters in. The streetlights click off as the first rays of dawn catch them. Left, right, center. Every morning is the same. Another quick pat down. Wallet, keys, phone, money, gun. Lemon makes the circuit to reassure himself everything's there. Nothing's changed. Okay, so let's take a look. Our first action is about to happen right here. We have, so we start at page 2. We have about 4 pages of introducing the scene. That's all we're fucking doing right here. We're introducing Lemon Lemoyne, and we're talking about his bar for 4 pages straight. So, generally, you're meant to start a story with like a little bit of action to draw the reader in. So here we're not doing that. We're just laying on like this really thick description in like a very recognizable and very distinct voice. So when you make that choice, like definitely you shouldn't do this with your book. I'm just putting it out there. It's like something exciting should happen on page 1. But this one, I'm not going to take that advice. We're going to try and ease the reader in to the scene because the whole rest of the book is like nonstop fucking action. This is not a gravid where somebody is sad about their period for like 150 pages. Let's take a look at that long sentence. Let's take a look. Cool. Lemon does another quick pat down to reassure himself everything is there. Wallet, keys, phone, money, gun. Nothing's changed. Cool. That is a logic point right there. Because I think that is a great spot to take out some bullshit words. I'd like a drink. Lemon leaps half an inch backward, his body seizing with the jolt of cold electric. So here we use cold electric instead of cold electricity. Last line of the previous page. Had, last line of the previous page. Oh, you caught a had. Bam. Good eyes. Spathy with the point. It's 4 and 4. Oh, racing. I'd like a drink. Lemon leaps half an inch backward, his body seizing with a jolt of cold electricity. I like cold electric there. An editor will change that, I guarantee it. Lemon leaps half an inch backward, his body seizing with a jolt of yeah, actually, that's a terrible sentence. His body seizing with surprise. Yeah, that's it. 15-page assertion with multiple citations, 1 point. I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll do double points if I think you do something that fucking is amazing, right? I think that's fair. That had is just as fucking important as changing out the line. The whole thing has to be good. Lemon leaps half an inch backward, his body seizing with surprise. His hands clawing in his jacket for the gun, and his eyes are darting around, looking for the one he missed. I don't like that. All right, give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna figure out who's doing that, and then I will wreak terrible vengeance on these motherfuckers. Better believe it, y'all. Couldn't find him. They got away. Lemon leaps half an inch backward, his body seizing with surprise. His hands clawing in his jacket for the gun. I don't like a hidden... All right. Hand slingshot and metal shot. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Hand apostrophes. His hand shoots into his jacket for the gun. His eyes dart around, seeking the source of the voice. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Lemon's been robbed before and he doesn't like it. Not one goddamn bit. But there's no one. But there's no one. The pits is a small place. There's nowhere to hide. The voice came from right in front of Lemon. Not from back under the pool table or in the toilet. The gun is out. Okay, so yeah, one of the comments that we got from our editor is that I write too much in passive voice. And like this is an example of one for typos, 2 for most other edits, 3 for qualitative changes. I'll consider that. What I do want to do is just give like extra like I would just say that every edit is like 1 point, but if you make like an amazing edit, we just give you 5 points. That's more the scale because I don't want to devalue any one type of editing, but also like if we get like super fucking complicated, I will just not use the system. So yeah, I would just say that you can double up your points only if you give like an amazing edit where I'm like, that's the fucking fix. You've seen a few of those where I'm just like, oh, it's an amazing idea. So if you manage to amaze me with your edit, I will give you 2 points. Hell yeah. His palm is damp against the handle. Okay, so here's the other part. If you've ever like had a piece like in an underarm holster, it soaks up like a lot of your body heat. The handle wouldn't be cold in his hand. It would be like slightly less warm than him. Um, yeah, like if he's been wearing that whole shift, the handle wouldn't be cold. So Lemon draws the 45 and points it at the wall. His palm is damp against the handle. The grip is slippery against his damp palm. Yeah. There we go. Whoa, whoa. I just want a drink, the voice says. Okay, so that's not capitalized. The voice is moving to Lemon's left, and he can hear shuffling feet. He's trying to get out of his sights, but there's definitely no one there. Lemon sweeps the gun from side to side. His guts feel loose, and for a worried second he wonders if he shit himself. This has got to be some fucked up joke. Now he's looking at the vents, wondering if there's a speaker hidden somewhere, if this is all some stupid prank. Let's take that out. Moist. Oh, yeah. I never understood that shit where people hate the word moist. But it's mostly women. They can't stand that fucking shit. I don't know why. The grip is slippery against his moist palm. His palm is moist against the grip. Yeah, I like that. I like that better than the grip is, because the grip wouldn't be slippery. That's why they call it a grip. Because it grips. I like it. I like it. That's who gave me that. I'm gonna give Doc Gorilla a point on that. I like that suggestion. Good job. The voice is moving to Lemon's left, and he can hear shuffling feet. He's trying to get out of his sights, but there's definitely no one there. Lemon sweeps the gun from side to side. His guts feel loose, and for a worried second he wonders and for a second he worries he shit himself. This has got to be some fucked up joke. Lemon peers at the vents, wondering if there's a speaker hidden somewhere. His heart's thundering in his chest and his arm is tingling like it's asleep. Is that coppery taste a heart attack or just fear? Will his heart pop? I just changed that to passive voice. Let's take a look. This has to be some fucked up joke. All right, so if it's just a prank, if there's a speaker somewhere, Lemon peers at the vents, wondering if there's a speaker hidden. This has to be some fucked up joke. Wondering if there's a hidden speaker. Yeah, there we go. His heart's thundering in his chest and his arm is tingling like it's asleep. Is that coppery taste a heart attack or just fear? Will his heart pop before the ghost can get him? No, that's a bad line. Yeah, let's just take that out. What the fuck? What the fuck? Lemon manages. He's pointing the gun, but his index finger is, his index finger is straight against the guard. Harold Lemoyne Sr. taught all his sons trigger discipline. There we go. I'm invisible, the voice says. And it's a young voice, high and anxious. I'm invisible, the voice says. And it's a young voice, high and anxious. Lemon stands there. Lemon just stands there, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yeah, invisible. Look. Yeah, invisible. Look. A stool lifts into the air. The fuck you say, Lemon says, not lowering the gun. Let's take a look at, okay, so here's a comment. Okay. Oh, shoutouts to Mopo is a noob 1111. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so Lemon sweeps the gun towards the sound of footprints. Lemon sweeps the gun towards the sound of footsteps. His guts feel loose, and for a second he worries he shit himself. I think that's a good edit, actually. So Mopo is a new. Yes, this is a novel. It's about 600 pages long. So we're on our very first day of editing it. We will be editing every day until the edit is completed. All right, I'm not going to take barks. I don't like barks. But I'm going to give Spaethiwa a point right there, because I think the note about Lemon sweeps the gun towards the sound of footsteps. Yeah, let's actually, we don't need the sound of. What the fuck? Lemon manages. His index fingers straight against the guard. Harold Lemoyne Sr. taught all his sons triggered discipline. Okay, so he's startled and afraid, but he's still in control of some of his faculties. Like, he hasn't actually shit himself. So, like a lot of what we're trying to do is take out, like, especially because we're writing in present tense right here. Present tense, there's no reason to have like passive language at all. So a lot of what we're going to be doing with this edit is like stripping out some of that right there. So Mopo is a noob 1111. I don't know. I haven't sold this book to anybody yet. I would imagine, because I've tried to sell it before, the odds are good that I'll wind up putting it out myself. So yeah, it's essentially like when I save up the money and put it out. Usually it takes me about a month to typeset a book, and it'll take some time to, it would probably take like 2 or 3 months for the professional editor and proofreader to take a hold of it. So if we really wanted to, and I could scrape the money together, we could get it out before the end of the year, maybe in time for Christmas. It'd be kind of nice. I like this one. It was really fun. So we're just getting to the first introduction of something weird here. I'm invisible, the voice says, and it's a young voice, high and anxious. Lemon just stands there, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Yeah, invisible. Look. A stool lifts up into the air. Bobbing over the bar. The fuck you say, Lemon mutters, not lowering the gun. The fuck, says the nothing. I like that. So for this whole book, I think I wrote the entire book, and when I was writing it, I didn't know how capitalization works after quoted text. I should have fixed this in the fucking edit, because I rewrote this. But I haven't yet. Oh yeah, thanks for following. We'll be doing this every morning. Usually I start like somewhere between like 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lemon's wondering if this is an acid flashback. He hadn't done that much. He hadn't done that much, but supposedly any amount could do it. You could take one hit and go stark raving batshit for the rest of your life. And surely he'd taken more than one hit. All right, cool. Yeah, welcome. Feel free to hang around here. Yeah, and if you have like questions about writing or editing or whatever, I'm always happy to like drop aside and help somebody out here. Lemon's wondering if this is an acid flashback. He hadn't done that much, but supposedly any amount could do it. You could take one hit and go stark raving batshit for the rest of your life. And he'd definitely taken more than one hit. Yeah, let's take out just. Lemon's wondering if this is an acid flashback. He hadn't done that much, but supposedly any amount could do it. Oh, I don't like that. He hadn't done that much, but supposedly you could take one hit and go stark raving batshit for the rest of your life. And he'd definitely taken more than one hit. Okay, cool. That's like a little bit better there. I like that he's like, it's a fucking acid flashback. Here, hey, check this out, the voice says. Then 1, 2, 3. Hey, check this out, the voice says. Then 1, 2, 3, lemons are plucked from the bar. Oh yeah, this is not. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, lemons are plucked from the bar. How would you have lemons? Like, so this is it's an important part of the thing, but I'm like, where the fuck are these lemons sitting at? Mm-hmm. Uh, well, they kind of. I mean, they're just fucking appearing from somewhere. We don't have to place the lemons. Let's think about it there. Lemon jar. There's a bowl of lemons near the till. There's a bowl of lemons near the till, and 3 vanish. Next, they begin flying through the air. This guy is having a cactus flashback. Says adjective now. This is. Oh yeah. Oh, so I do like that edit. From a bowl near the till, 3 lemons vanish. A sort of ripple in the air, then blink. So, here's what I want to say. Shoot at the center mass of the lemons. Oh, so I'm going to give Spathy 1 for that active language improvement. From a bowl near the till, 3 lemons vanish. So I want to... there's a ripple of unpleasant distortion in the air. Yeah, so flying in a circle is like kind of like the guy's like fucking juggling them. Mm. Okay, so Spathiwa is saying if you write there is, you should stop and rephrase. Well, we're gonna have to do that about 100 times in this fucking book. Oh, 100 would be generous. It might be like 1,000 times. They reappear a few feet away, flying in an arc, and then the air swallows them again. They reappear a few feet away, flying in an arc before disappearing in a flicker of distortion. And they keep coming, one after the other. I like how no one here has lemon versus let's see. All right, so this took so much work to get this paragraph out here. And yeah, I thought about it too. I was like, oh, I wonder if people were confusing lemon and lemons. Yeah, like it's like all we need is that capitalization right there. That's why capitalization of proper nouns is so dope. Um, and also lemons is always plural here, which is super useful. Um, from a bowl near the till, 3 lemons vanish in a ripple of queasy distortion. A few feet away, lemons begin to fly through the air, sailing in an arc before they ripple and disappear. They keep coming, one after the other. Lemon squints. It takes him too long to it takes him way too long to figure out what's happening. The invisible man is juggling lemons. Yeah, like that's like a yeah, I'm with it too. That's exactly what I'm going for right there. It's like man hasn't got a clue what to do about it. The spectral juggler flubs one. The spectral juggler flubs one, and all 3 lemons go flying. One thuds against the bar, another hits the floor, and the last hits the. And why is that faint? Lemon hasn't got a clue what to do about it. The spectral juggler. Then the spectral juggler. I like this better. Lemon hasn't got a clue what to do about it. He can only stare open mouthed. Then the spectral juggler flug. That's so hard to say. Then the spectral juggler flubs a catch, and all 3 lemons go flying, thudding against the bar, rolling away on the floor. No, I don't think. One hits the cocktail glass shelf and smashes a champagne flute with a pop. It breaks the spell. You might think Lemon would be too dumbstruck to be mad about having his glasses busted, but you'd be wrong. You might think Lemon would be too dumbstruck to be angry about a broken glass at the moment, but you'd be dead wrong. Hey, what the fuck, Einstein? Fucking come on. So we want gripes, but gripe is not quite the right word. Comma there. Hey, what the fuck, Einstein? Okay, that is a good comma placement. I'm gonna give Logic 1 that. Boom. Hey, what the fuck, Einstein? Fucking come on. Lemon belly aches. I like bellyache there. Hey, what the fuck, Einstein? Fucking come on. Lemon bellyaches. Without thinking about it, he holsters the gun and begins to clean up the glass. Something about the pitiful display of juggling has convinced him the invisible man is no threat. Sorry. I'm sorry. I wish we had an interrobang, because that is an interrobang type. Wait, if I'm writing my own books, can I fucking use interrobangs? Oh, let's do it. Yeah, I think this should happen. I'm gonna use some fucking interrobangs. Hell yeah. Interrobangin'. Oh, that looks like shit. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I wanted to interrobang it. Oh, after fucking come on? See, with the exclamation there, it looks like belly aches is not an... I like that better. You're right. Okay. Let's fucking note it up. Spathy Wah with the big 7 here. Shout out to Dr. Gorilla being on the board. Oh, hold on. Let me actually fucking... Let me do you guys a favor here. Boom. There we Oh, loving it. God, I love this fucking editing stream. Hey, what the fuck, Einstein? Fucking come on. Lemon bellyaches. Without thinking about it, he holsters it. Muy bueno. Something about the pitiful display of juggling has convinced him the invisible man is no threat. Sorry. I'm sorry. Juggling is way harder when you can't see your hands. It's so much harder when you can't see your hands. I used to be able to keep 10 balls in the air at once. I was really good. The voice is high and keeps breaking. The voice is high and keeps breaking. It's clear the invisible man is no man at all. He's a kid with a bit of a weird accent, like he's Canadian or something. Oh my god. I have to voice that if I'm the one that has to do the audiobook for this. God, what did I do to myself? Sorry, I'm sorry. It's so much harder when you can't see your hands. I used to be able to keep 10 balls in the air at once. I was really good. Do I have to do that voice for the entire time? Oh god, why? Why do I do this to myself? Ah. I'm an awful idiot about that. All right, we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to give it goddamn. The voice is high and keeps breaking. It's clear the invisible man is no man at all. He's a kid with a bit of a weird accent, like he's Canadian or something. Are you even old enough to drink, kid? Lemon asks, sweeping the shards into a dustpan with a bar napkin, then hitting the spot with a wet rag to pick up those little bitch pieces of glass no bigger than a grain of sand. He hates those little bitch pieces of glass no bigger than a grain of sand. Are you even old enough to drink, kid? Lemon asks, sweeping the shards into a dustpan with a bar napkin, then hitting the spot with a wet rag to pick up the shards. He hates those little bitch pieces of glass no bigger than a grain of sand, the ones that like to wait until you're not looking, then jab themselves into the most sensitive part of your hand and burrow down where the tweezers can't get at them. That's a serious sentence right there. All right, let's get... Pretend you're Astro. Why would I never want to pretend to be Astro. Lemon hates those little bitch pieces of glass. Oh, let's take out the grain of sand part. Lemon hates those little bitch pieces of glass that like to wait until you're not looking, then jab themselves into the most sensitive part of your hand. Burrowing down to where you can't get at them with tweezers. Okay, so that's a correct edit right there, because we're specifying a duration. Bam. Also, like, I think we need to just clean up that sentence a little bit in any case. Lemon hates those little bitch pieces of glass. Lemon hates those little bitch pieces of glass that wait until you're not looking, then jab themselves into the most sensitive part of your hand, burrowing down to where you can't get at them with tweezers. Wrong chatter got point. Oh, there we go. Oh, shit. Yeah. What is text edit? Oh, it's because of, yeah, let's put him back to 7, logic to 6. Getting some good edits in here, man. There we go. Cool. Lemon's getting a little heated at the invisible kid. You might think a place like the Pits, you might not think that a place like the Pits uses many champagne flutes, but you'd be wrong, because hookers love mimosas. Lemon's getting a little heated at the invisible kid. You might not think a place like the Pits uses many champagne flutes, but you'd be wrong, because hookers love mimosas. They peel themselves off the sprung, tired mattresses that blew out their 10-year, 10,000 fuck warranties long ago and sidle down to the pits at 3 in the afternoon for shitty judge TV shows and cheap champagne with orange juice. Because hookers love mimosas. Okay. I don't think we can get across with that, with that whole thing. Lol IRL at the mimosa sentence. All right, let's take a gander right here. Lemon's getting a little heated at the invisible kid. You might not think a place like the Pits uses many champagne flutes, but you'd be wrong, because hookers love mimosas. They peel themselves off the sprung, tired mattresses that blew out their 10-year, 10,000 fuck warranties long ago, and they sidle down to the Pits at 3 in the afternoon for shitty TV judge shows. For shitty judge TV shows and cheap shimp. For shitty TV judge shows and cheap champagne with orange juice. Because hookers love mimosas. Who doesn't love mimosas? Well, what does that say about your character there, CJ? No, I'm aware you're not a prostitute. And Lemon loves hookers. Loves their sad eyes and smeared eyeshadow and their coarse laughs. Loves the way they keep rolling the stone uphill. Waking up every morning a little uglier, a little more tired, but making it anyway. So he has a juicer, and every couple days he has a big bag of oranges brought in, with a little plastic carton of strawberries he uses to garnish the rim. He forgives $50 tabs for 5 minutes in the back room, grunting from behind while they make appreciative noises and plant their hands against the ice machine. Lemon's a 3-fuck-a-day man, and his wife Shirley's a not-tonight woman, so now he's got to buy another glass. Because of fucking Invisible Boy here. I don't like fucking Invisible Boy here. 1, because it's unnecessary, and 2, because there's confusion with the hookers that he's fucking. Backslash be a forward slash. I don't think, here, let's take a look. And backslash is only for computer coding. Punctuation mark. Yeah, and then let's... Wow, backslashes are only computer coding. Spaces before slashes should be avoiding. Breaking up lines of a poem. Okay, cool. Cool. So that hyphenated... yeah, actually, it's before the subject. So, and also for clarity, it's yeah, that's a good edit right there. I gotta give that one to you, Logic there. Yeah, that's solid. It really does help a lot with clarity, and also having the hyphenations on 10,000 fuck. At some point, this won't even fucking make sense because people won't know what like 10-year, 10,000 mile warranties are even all about. This is like a joke that only we will get at some point. That's my favorite. This is one of my favorite paragraphs in the entire fucking books, right there. And it really gets into the core of what the Pits is all about and what Lemon is all about. And I love this joke. This 10-year, 10,000 fuck warranty on a mattress. God. Shout outs to the prostitutes of the world. They are really doing a much harder job than we are. I'm just putting it out there. They call it a blowjob for a fucking reason. All right, so let's look at this sentence. And Lemon loves hookers. He loves their sad eyes and smeared eyeshadow and coarse laughs. He loves their sad eyes and smeared eyeshadow and coarse laughs. Yeah, so there I don't want commas, right? I want an and on each of those just for diction. Kept trying to get us to write slash, and he kept writing oblique, but no one. I don't actually know what the word oblique means. Let's take a look. Sanctimony oblique. How the fuck do you do this? Dictionary.com. What does oblique mean? Does it just mean slanty? Neither perpendicular nor parallel to a given line or surface. Diverging from a straight line. Oh, okay. Yeah, like a 45-degree angle for the most part. Yeah, I've never heard anybody use oblique to describe a slash. But, okay. Loves the way they keep rolling the stone uphill, waking up every morning a little uglier, a little more tired, but making it anyway. So the Pitts has a juicer, and every couple days Lemon has a big brag of oranges brought in. With a little plastic carton of strawberries he uses to garnish rims. With a little plastic carton of strawberries to garnish the rims. The person offering an almost 3-fuck-a-day warranty is grossly overestimating my needs. Not mine. I'm just putting it out there. I would make full use of that warranty. Oh shit, it's Zastam out there in the chat. Yeah, I got a new thing where if you make an edit, we're adding you to this leaderboard right here. I think it's kind of cool. Look at this guy. Boop. There's big Spathy Wah. Mm-hmm. He forgives $50 tabs for 5 minutes in the back room, grunting from behind while they make appreciative noises. He forgives $50 tabs for 5 minutes in the back room, grunting from behind while they make appreciative noises and plant their hands against the ice machine. Lemon's a 3-fuck-a-day man, and his wife Shirley's a not-tonight woman, so he's got to buy another glass. So now he's got to buy another class. So now he's got to buy another glass because of this dumb invisible kid. Sure I am, the kid says, and his voice Sure I am, the kid says, and his voice drops a strained octave. You got ID? Lemon asks, and he can't remember the last times he said that. You got ID? Lemon asks. He can't remember the last time he uttered those words. Might have been never. Oh, I love it. If I did, what would it have on it? You got ID? Lemon asks. He can't remember the last time he uttered those words. Might have been never. If I did, what would it have on it? A DMV wall, I guess. Picture of nothing. Ha ha ha, the kid laughs. Oh yeah, that's not... The kid laughs, and even Lemon has a little chuckle. Fuck it, if you're crazy, you might as well enjoy yourself. And Lemon has definitely lost his shit. He must have fallen off the wagon and gotten so fucked up he can't even remember getting high. Nothing spelled wrong? Fuck off, Spathy. Oh, God. That's so stupid. Oh. Love that chicken. All right, what do we got here? Cool. Wait. Why did I get a Streamlabs report? Did we go off the fucking air? Yeah, that's weird. Huh. Yeah, well, I don't know why Streamlabs decided to flake the fuck out. But I assure you, we're still streaming. Hold on, actually, online. Yeah, it shows us online. That's weird. Whatever. Fucking Streamlabs always doing some weird shit. And the chats are still coming through, so. The kid laughs, and even Lemon has a little chuckle. Fuck it, if you're crazy, you might as well enjoy yourself. Lemon has definitely lost his shit. He must have fallen off the wagon and gotten so fucked up he can't even remember getting high. All right, kid, what do you have then? Make it quick, I gotta go home, man. All right, kid, what do you have then? Make it quick, I gotta get home. Daylight's burning. I reopen at 3. I know, I've been in here all night every week. I know. All right, kid, what do you have then? Make it quick, I gotta get home. Daylight's burning. Daylight's burning and I open at 3. I know. I've been here all night every week. I've been here every night all week. No shit? What for? Lemon asks. No shit? What for? Lemon asks. For a second, he's stupidly wondering if the city has hired the invisible man to bust him for operating without a license. I like the way people talk. The kid says. Ah, so it's not a bust. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, so... Yeah, we take that out. It's not a bust. Lemon nods agreement, because when it all comes down to it, that's why people really come to the pits. When it all comes down to it, that's why people really come to the pits. It's definitely not a bust. Yeah, we don't need that bust line at all. It's junk. Lemon nods in agreement. When it all comes down to it, that's why people really come to the pits. That's why people come to the pits. They like the way people talk. It's not a bunch of drunk kids talking big or stockbrokers jerking each other off. The people who hang out with Lemon have done things and have had things done to them. The world's ground on them so long that every flaw has been brought to the surface and polished smooth, on display for the whole world. Okay, so we had a duplication of world there. The world's ground on them so long that every flaw has been brought to the surface and polished smooth, on display for everyone to see. Except nobody gives a fuck, because they're the same themselves. It's kind of weird for a kid to pick up on it, though. Let me see. They world. Yeah, I missed that one. All right, that's a point for logic. Boom, taking the lead with big 8. It's kind of weird for a kid to pick up on that, though. The kid still hasn't said what he wants. Probably has no idea. Let me see there. Mm-hmm. Oh. Every edit counts, man. They're all good. The kid still hasn't said what he wants. He probably has no idea. Lemon decides on the good rye. Hell, it ain't every day you talk to someone who isn't. Lemon decides on the good rye. It ain't every day you talk to someone who ain't there. All the ice at the bar has melted, so he makes a trip back to the ice machine with the ham. All the ice at the bar has melted, so Lemon makes a trip back to the ice machine with the handprint smudges. Wait, what is Spaethiwa demanding justice for? Wait, did I give fucking... Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm giving you both a point. That was simultaneous. Yeah, there we go. Let's take a look at it. Spaethi's edit right here. Let's see. Lemon decides on the good rye. It ain't every day you talk to someone that ain't there. Who is better? I'm gonna give Spaethi a point for that. We understand that the kid is there, but speaking figuratively, he is not there. So, yeah. Well, even if you weren't, we would be justified in using the kid that ain't there, just for like it's okay. But I do like the swap of who ain't there better than that ain't there. All the ice at the bar is melted, so Lemon makes a trip back to the ice machine with the handprints. All the ice at the bar is melted, so Lemon makes a trip back to the ice machine, eyeing the handprint smudges on the stainless steel. He flips the lid and scoops a big handful into the hoot. He flips the lid and scoops ice into the 2 highball glasses he's got in his left hand. Back at the bar, he produces an unlabeled... there we go. Back at the bar, he produces a dusty, unlabeled bottle with a red wax seal. It should be eyeing. I don't know why it's not underlined. Let's take a look. Oh, eyeing in English. Eyeing is like a word. Here, let's take a look. Yeah. Verb, eyeing and eyeing. But you can see that both are acceptable right there. And I try not to use extra letters if we don't need them. Eyeing is fine if you're a 1920 author. All right. Let's take a look. Eyeing looks much better. Eyeing may be correct according to dictionaries, but such an odd-looking word. It takes a minute. So on English forums, Let's look at Wikidiff. Yeah, this, it's just like a worthless. I hate these fucking automated sites where they just Chaldean numerology. I don't know why that shit's fucking. Eyeing is American. Yeah, so I mean this is like an American British English mix up, I think. So and like in general, I'm gonna opt for the one that has less letters in it. Look at that IRC link. I'm not looking at an IRC link. Right, hold on, what do we got here? Who's bothering? Why would somebody invite me to a Discord with 15 fucking people in it? I don't care. All right, hold on. What did Spathy Wild link me? Oh, did you message L0DE? Yeah, I'm fucking juped at the moment. Fucking thread. Oh, hold on. It's in MT books. Oh, so it's looking at a graph, eyeing versus eyeing. Look at the drop on eyeing. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Huh. Yeah. I'm going to stick with eyeing for right now. No, that's tell QPT to fuck off. That's not welcome here. All right. What do we got here? That drop is false. Let me see here. Oh, I don't really give a shit about jupes or whatever. You know, it's like such a dumb thing to do. These are people who cannot defeat us with their words, so they defeat themselves by being nerds. Real talk. Okay, so back at the bar, he produces a dusty, unlabeled bottle with a red wax seal. The letters ZM are impressed at the top. Lemon nicks the wax with a thumbnail and tears it off in one long, twisting strip like an orange peel. I love that image. It's a wine bottle, and at the bottom, Lemon wipes the dust from the bottom of the bottle. There's a batch number and a year written in permanent marker. 666, 1989. Let's do our forward slash. 666, 1989. Plenty ominous. He draws the cork. Lemon draws the cork and pours into the... Lemon draws the cork and pours whiskey into the two glasses, slow and deliberate out of habit. Plenty ominous. Lemon draws the cork and pours whiskey into the two glasses, slow and deliberate out of habit. The amber liquor eats away the imperfections in the ice, polishing them to a smooth glimmer in the newborn daylight. Bottoms up, kid. The guy that made this died last year. There won't ever be any more. Bottoms up, kid. The guy that makes this died last year. There won't ever be any more. So here he's incorrectly, like it should be the guy who made this, but here he is he's not using the correct tense. So it's he is there. Okay. Bottoms up, kid. The guy that makes this died last year. There won't ever be any more. Lemon runs the glass under his nose, inhaling caramel and a note of coffee, taking a sip that does a quick oil change of his blood for some kind of wonderful liquid fire. Damn, but that old man could make... Yeah, let's take that out. Zebulon Mosconi, moonshiner since 1928 and the last of his kind. Lemon's got 3 more bottles after this, and then it's all over. The other glass lifts into the air, and Lemon can hear a tentative sniff. The glass tilts. The other glass lifts into the air, and Lemon can hear a tentative sniff. The glass tilts. Lemon's watching the brim, wondering if he'll see the booze hanging in midair, but it just seems... Let's see. Nightly fluid ounce. Hell yeah. Are you on 1 ounce of whiskey a day? Huh. That's wild. I think that's a fair amount. Let me see. The glass tilts. Lemon's watching the brim, wondering if he'll see the booze hanging in midair, but it distorts. The it's killing me. Yeah, like allergies starting to kick in here. It's spring. Looking at Lemon's watching the brim, wondering if he'll see the booze hanging in midair, but it distorts. "30 milliliters is a peg. We used to call it a peg before craft beer drinkers took the word and turned it into a kink." Wow. Never heard of that. Shout out to Peg Boy. Okay, the glass tilts. Lemon watches the brim, wondering if he'll see booze hanging in midair, but it distorts and starts to give him a headache, so he looks away. The glass sets down on the bar with a loud clack, and a little rye sloshes out. The kid begins to hack and wheeze, sputtering like a busted air hose. Christ, little sips, kid. Christ, little sips, kid. Don't bolt it. There's a croaking noise Lemon can't make out. What? That was a little sip, the kid says, and now Lemon laughs, a big booming laugh. Lemon laughs a big booming... Lemon lets out a big booming laugh that strokes the coals in his chest. He takes another big pull from the glass to fan the flames. Hey kid, why don't you just take it? Hey kid, why didn't you just take a drink? You could have waited till I left and had whatever you wanted, Lemon asks. Already the world feels pleasant and close. Lemon asks. Already the world feels a little more pleasant and close. Yeah, closer and warmer. I don't want the word pleasant there. Little sips. Christ, little sips, kid. Oh, I don't like that comma there. Yeah, that's right. I don't like it. But it's probably right. Already the world feels a little closer and warmer. Lemon trusts himself to drink maybe once a month, and even then it's just one glass, no more. He's come too damn far, gotten too damn old for more. He's come too damn far and gotten too damn old for more. No, I don't. He's come too far and gotten too damn old for more. Nah, I don't need the dams. Hey kid, why didn't you just take a drink? You could have waited until I left and had whatever you wanted, Lemon asked. Already the world feels a little closer and warmer. Lemon trusts himself to drink maybe once a month, and even then it's just one glass, no more. He's come too far and gotten too old for more. Okay, so I like this change. He's come too far and gotten too old to throw everything away again. Much better, right? Because then we get like a little bit of backstory that's implied, and yeah, I like that. So I'm tired of taking things, the kid said. The kid. The kid replies. The glass lifts. Let's do his glass. His glass lifts into the air again and tips back. But the kid holds. I'm tired of taking things, the kid replies. His glass levitates as he tips. His glass levitates as he takes another sip. This time he holds his own. Maybe it's the booze or the lack of sleep or the fact that he's probably imagining this whole fucking thing. Maybe it's the booze or the lack of sleep or the fact that he's probably imagining this whole fucking charade. But Lemon decides he likes this kid, invisible or not. In fact, here's what I want. Spectacle. Maybe it's the booze or the lack of sleep or the fact that he's probably imagining this whole fucking spectacle. But Lemon decides he likes this kid, invisible or not. You want to give me the story then? Why'd you get caught? You want to give me the story then? You get caught in a nuclear reactor? Were you bit by some invisible spider or picked up by a UFO? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like Spectacle. They're a little bit better than the other. How late are we getting in? It's 8:36. Yeah, my throat is giving out. I think it might just be keto. UFO capitalized. I think. No, actually, I'm about to cut UFO. Yeah, I don't think we need three things there. You want to give me your story then? You get caught in a nuclear reactor or bit by an invisible spider? I just woke up like this one day, the kid says. UAPs? Ugh. Unexplained anal phenomenon. How did those dicks get in there? No. All right. How puerile. I just woke up like this one day, the kid says. I just woke up like this one day, the kid replies. Lemon can't see the shrug, but he can hear it. The kid takes another pull, and Lemon finds himself trying to figure out whether or not the kid's lying to him. And Lemon finds himself trying to figure out whether or not the invisible boy is lying to him. It's like talking to someone over the phone. You can't look him in the eye to see if he's bullshitting you. Can't see his expression. It ain't easy. Yeah. It's like talking to someone over the phone. Boom. It's like talking to someone over the phone. Lemon can't look him in the eye to see if he's bullshitting. I like that. How long ago? 3, maybe 4 months ago? Maybe more. I don't really... 3, maybe 4 months ago? Maybe a little more. I kind of lost track. It was summer. Shit. What'd your folks say? I don't know. I haven't seen him since. They throw you out? What the fuck? No, I never told them. I just left. No, I never told them. I just left. Shit. How old are you? 14. This kid is fucking 14 years old. 14 years old and invisible. Fuck, kid. Even I hung around till I was 15. Why'd you leave? Pops hit you? Some of that, yeah. Silence, a little crackling from the ice. Fuck. Fuck me. I always wondered what it would be like to be invisible. Sneak into banks, watch girls change, that kind of thing. What's it like? How is it? Tough, the kid says, after a long pause. Tough, the kid says, after a long pause. I got hit by a taxi a few days after it happened. I try to be really careful, but I was mad about something and I just forgot. So logic says that we could leave. How is it? What's it like? Which is true, but I don't see the need to like repeat ourselves. How is it? What's it like? Let's listen to that. Fuck me. I always wondered what it would be like to be invisible, sneak into banks, watch girls change, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, here's what we're gonna do this in. Fuck me. I always wondered what it would be like to be invisible, sneaking into banks, watching girls change. How is it? There we go. So logic thinks it makes him sound. Fuck. How is it? What's it like? Fuck me. I always wondered what it would be like to be invisible, sneaking into banks, watching girls change. How is it? What's it like? Okay, so he's kind of repeating. We have like a repeat of what's it like there, but he should be like a little breathlessly curious here. So I'm going to take that edit, and I'm going to give everybody a point here, because I think it is a solid edit right there. Generally, like I try to avoid reiterating myself, but I think that's a pretty solid argument that the two of you pose right there. Tough, the kid says after a long pause. I got hit by a taxi not too long after it happened. I was mad about something and I forgot no one can see me. So Spathiwa says repetition. Oh wait, it was actually Zastam who was saying that I was thinking the same thing. Hold on. I'm gonna give Sass that point there. Look at Spathy getting all these unearned points up in this motherfucker right there. So yeah, I agree that repetition can be valid in character. It's just something I like I'm instinctively trained to avoid. So it's something that we'll often pull out without really thinking too hard about it. Tough, the kid says after a long pause. I got hit by a taxi not too long after it happened. Let's take out that pause. Tough, the kid says. I got hit by a taxi not too long after it happened. I was mad about something and I forgot no one could see me. The guy wasn't even going that fast. He just pulled too far into the crosswalk. I went up on the hood, put an elbow through his windshield. Cabby had no clue what had happened. He just honked his horn at nothing. Lemon nods. Uh, so what work is lemon nodding? Nah, let's just cut that. There we go. Shit. Lemon nut. Holy shit, Lemon breathes. I dragged myself off the cab, but I was messed up. My leg was hurt too bad to walk far and I was bleeding. I didn't know if anything was broken or not. I laid in the doorway of this church for a while. I stumbled into the doorway of a church. I was too hurt to do anything but just lie there. Yeah, there we go. When you bleed, what happens when you bleed? It's not invisible once it gets 3 or 4 inches away from me. Spit, shit, piss, they're the same. So I was laid up in this doorway for a long time. Was it 3 hours already? Yeah, I mean, you know, we want to get this fucking... It can't be like 3 full hours at this point. Because we started like... I can't quite see the numbers from across the room. But yeah, I can feel myself getting like a little bit hoarse. So what happened next? So then what happened? Lemon prods, caught in the story. I was laid up in the doorway until it got dark. Then I snuck into the church and hid there while they were closing up. I had a fever for a while. Mm-hmm. I was laid up in the doorway until it got dark. Then I snuck into the church and hid while they were closing up. I had a fever for a while. Started seeing shit. I knew I needed help, but what could I do? I can't go to a doctor, and even if I did, would an x-ray even work? I don't think anything was broken bad, but I was laid up for almost 2 months. The church people were getting pretty weirded out towards the end. You know, food missing, stuff moved around when it shouldn't been. All right, so I was laid up in the doorway until it got dark, and then I snuck into the church and hid there while they were closing up. I had a fever. I needed help, but what could I do? I can't go to a doctor, and even if I did, wouldn't. The church people started getting really weirded out towards the end, like it was some kind of miracle. Someone kept eating all the granola bars. Oh, X-ray. X should be capitalized in X-ray. I'll just take that. C-ray. I've seen C-rays. Big 11 on that Spathywa. Let's save this shit. Now it's on the thing. They thought it was. I do like the miraculous granola bar eating. The church people started getting really weirded out towards the end. They thought me, I thought me eating all their granola bars was some kind of miracle. I like that phrasing. Church people started getting really weirded out towards the end. All their granola bars kept getting miraculously eaten. Are you still hurt? So I wonder if he would specify the type of church. Okay. I can walk okay now, but it still aches sometimes. So that's what it's like, I guess. I mean, I can take money and stuff, but I can't spend it. I can't get food from restaurants. I gotta take everything: clothes, food, whatever. I can't take anything big because people will flip out if they see it floating around. So it's not as fun as you'd think. So yeah. So yeah, it's not as fun as you'd think. Yeah, I don't like that coffee babble type thing. There's strain in his voice. Lemon knows he's kept this shit bottled for way too long. And she got no friends? I had some before we moved here, I guess. I used to live in Kodiak. Never heard of it. It's an island in Alaska. About 6,000 people. Pretty boring. Nothing like here then, I guess. Nothing like Manhattan, huh? Nothing like it at all. Nothing like it at all. The invisible thing happened about 3 months after we moved here. I didn't make any friends. Why not? They seem okay to me, except for the whole juggling shit. Why not? You seem okay to me. Except for the part where you busted up my flutes. Sorry, really sorry. Sorry about that. I guess turning invisible didn't really change much on that front. Nobody really even noticed me before. I don't really talk too much. Sorry about that. I guess turning invisible didn't really change much on that front. Nobody really noticed me before. Okay. Sorry about that. I guess turning invisible didn't really change much on that front. Uh, I guess turning invisible kind of didn't change much. Nobody really noticed me at school. I'm short. I don't talk a lot. I did my homework. I'm short. I don't talk a lot. I didn't get in trouble. My folks work a lot. Crazy hours. My folks work crazy hours. Like, I'm sure they miss me and all, but I bet it was a couple of days before they even knew I was gone. What about you? Do you miss them? No, the kid says, and the words got more rocks in it than Lemon's glass. 2 more sips, and Zebulon Mosconi's rye is 1 glass closer to extinction. The kid does the same, takes a few more pulls and some coughing, but he finishes it. Wait, did the kid finish his glass before that? Hold on, let's see. No, he takes another sip. The kid does the same, a little bit more sputtering. Yeah, let's make him a G. You got a name, kid? Lemon asks. Maybe, the kid. I want a word for waffles. Waffles. Oh, vacillate. That's exactly what I want. Maybe, the kid vacillates. He's a cagey one. Well, nice to meet you, maybe. I'm Lemon. The kid snorts at that, and Lemon smiles himself. The kid snorts at that, and Lemon smiles too. It's a hell of a whiskey, and he doesn't often indulge anymore. Hey, give me your hand, Lemon says, and he extends his own. He's got short, powerful fingers and scars. Plenty of scars. Some are tattooed over, some are over the tattoo. What for? The kid asks. What for? The kid asks. The suspicion in his voice cuts right through the fog of drink. He's sweating it, thinking Lemon's gonna grab him and throw him in a circus or something. So I can convince myself that this is happening. So I can convince myself this is happening. I'm 50-50, I've just gone nuts. You don't gotta if you don't wanna, Lemon says. Hello. Oh god. Fucking. Okay. You don't gotta if you don't wanna. Lemon's just about to pull back his hand, half afraid there is no hand. Okay. Lemon's about to pull back his hand. He's half afraid that there is no invisible kid, that he'll blink and there will be nothing but insanity staring him straight in the face. The other half is scared that there is a hand and something horrible is about to happen. But before he can pull back, the kid grabs his hand and gives his a squeeze. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Shout outs to Platt Plays. He says, doing the rounds, have fun. When he says doing the round, what are you, like loading a revolver? Or are you like some nurse in like fucking Corona ward or something like that? Everybody's wondering the same thing. Might be military police on a base doing the rounds. He might just be having intercourse with several fat people. Very ambiguous statement. I'm curious. Let's see. The other half of him is scared that there is a hand and something horrible will happen if the kid touches him. But before he can pull back, the kid grabs Lemon's hand and gives it a squeeze. One quick shake and it's gone. It's a little hand, uncalloused and damp with condensation from the glass. But it's there. Well, all right. Oh, God. Thank you for your service. He's patrolling the streamers. Roma, did we edit fucking 20 pages today? Holy shit. And then hard edit, too. Yeah, we're not even fucking around here. All right. It's a little hand, uncalloused and damp with condensation from the glass. But it's there. Well, all right. I guess I'm not all the way batshit yet. You got a place to stay, kid? Lemon asked. But the front door is swinging open, and then suddenly the room is silent again. But the front door is swinging open, and the bar has gone still. Lemon shakes his head, then pours himself another finger and recorks the bottle before he locks up. He really shouldn't. Lemon shakes his head, then pours himself another finger of rye before he locks up. He really shouldn't, but Moscone rye's a rare commodity. If he could hang a taste on the wall, it'd be in the fucking Louvre. For the rest of the week, he waits around. Oh, yeah. But the front door is swinging open. But the front door, yeah. But the front door swings wide and shuts. Then the bar is gone still. Lemon shakes his head and then pours himself another finger of rye before he locks up. He really shouldn't, but Moscone rye is a rare commodity. If he could hang a taste on the wall, it'd be in the fucking Louvre. What do we got here? For the rest of the week, Lemon waits around a while. For the rest of the week, Lemon waits around a little longer before he closes. A few times he even goes so far as to call out and see if the kid is there. Nothing. But when he opens the bar on Friday, there are 2 brand new champagne flutes sitting on the shelf. They don't match the others. They're decorated, some fake crystal. They don't match the others. There's some kind of fake crystal with a cut pattern rising from the stem. Useless, but a nice gesture just the same. But then Lemon picks one up, holds it to the light, feels the weight. He sees the little seahorse. Etched on the base. They're not fake. The kid went out and stole him some fucking Waterford crystal champagne flutes. Shit, Lemon says. Alright, so we need to cut another fucking. Some of these curses are unnecessary, and I think an editor will. All right, so what do we get through today? So this is a 127,000 word manuscript, and because our word tracking actually works in this fucking document, which is a miracle, we can get a look at how many days we have edited, or how many words we edited each day. Can anybody see how long the stream has been going on for? I don't know. I like the amount of vitriolic curse words. I'm kind of with you there. Let me see how. Jesus, this chapter is almost like a short story. All right, so we edited 3,792 words. Okay, so. And how many hours did this shit take? Hold on, let me fucking gander. Whew. All right, yeah, so it looks like 3 hours and 25 minutes. All right, that's not too bad for a day one. So we can't do 4,000 words a day, but if we could do 4,000 words a day, which is insane, we would finish this in about a word. Let me see. Yeah, I think 3,792 is right. Thank you, dyslexia. All right, so yeah, we got those. Let's save our edit list there. I'm going to look into the give command. What do I want to do? I'm going to look into the give currency command on this thing. What else am I going to? And I was going to do one other thing. But I don't remember. Oh, something with YouTube. Oh, and I'm going to change YouTube so that it's like real time. And we'll see how that works out in the next couple editing streams. Okay. I should not get a point for this. Yeah, I'm not giving you a point for fixing the timing. But in terms of like the actual book, so that's chapter 0 of this book. So to give you like a little bit more insight, both these characters will be here throughout the entirety of the book, so it's okay to get attached to them. Neither of them gets blasted at any point within the first half of the book. And so that's about 20 pages. Our next chapter is chapter 1/2, and it's entitled Here's to Feeling Good All the Time. And it takes place at 1 a.m. on Canal Street in Lower Manhattan Presbyterian Hospital. Real talk. So target pages per day instead of chapters or words. 20 pages is like such a big fucking edit right there. All right, but we've done it. All right, so thank you to everybody who joined us. This is just the first day. We're going to be like a little less strict on this stream. Like if I do not feel up to editing, we're not going to do it. but my goal is to finish this edit within 60 days. So, and I think our goal was like 100 days for the other one there, but we're a little bit better at editing. So, yes, Spaithiwa is the winner for day one. Logic coming in a close second. Sastam getting on the board, and Dr. Gorilla also up there. Thank you guys for your edits and everything. I really like this book. So I don't know if you're enjoying it so far, but I have to tell you, it does get a little bit better than that first chapter, but I really like that first chapter. I don't know what the fuck people are talking about. This is exactly the type of book that I like to read. So yeah, thank you everybody for taking part, and we'll be back here tomorrow. I can be real. Never get high on your own support.